Hello everyone and welcome back to more Mystic Destinies. We are back for more Takumi route. Oh my god, we are currently in starting chapter 8, Evanescent Souls, where we last left off in the last episode, where what exactly happened. Oh yeah, we went to go see the Silver Dogs. We basically got a little bit of tidbit information after breaking into the little hideout. We got tidbit information from the leader about how, it's true that Azucena did have dealings with Shizuka, and that also as well there's mentions of Takumi's brother Yasuhiro. That there was mentions of his name, I think being tossed around here and there, but like the guy who was like telling us the information was like, oh, I was only something like lower class. Like I didn't know what exactly was going on, but I only heard that much. Is that yes, his name was tossed around every once in a while. And so we leave. We go back to Aurelia's place. Takumi filled Aurelia in on stuff, and I guess what happened, or no, not even like. We basically just came home and we just passed out because we were so damn tired. And then afterwards, the next morning when we woke up, Takumi wakes us up and he was like, hey, let's go meet my dad because he has some information. He can help us out on some things. So we meet him at Blue Sky. We meet Tatsuya's mom, Chisaki, there. And then we meet Takumi's dad there. And so Takumi, the thing that he wanted to ask his dad, because his dad works in the SSU as part of the police department or detective or whatever hell, and because he recently got a promotion, he was hoping that he could access Yasuhiro's restricted files. But of course, Takumi's dad, I forgot Tsurumatsu? Yeah, Tsurumatsu was like, no, I can't even do that because they got it under lock, like heavy security kind of thing. And he starts explaining to us where like it's kept and like how there's a secret room in the archives room, and there's guards there and it's hella shady, and we're like, okay, fine. And so we decided to go steal it, or break into it at least and look at it. So that's what we did. We came back home, we made preparations. We then went to the police department, and then we broke into the room where they were keeping the files. So when the thing that happened was that Hana was seeing shadow peoples in her field of visions. Like she doesn't know whether or not she's actually seeing them or if it's just her eyes playing tricks on her. But anyway, she's been seeing them a lot ever since she's been using this teleporting kind of magic that she's been using. And then because of that, it kind of like distracted her at some point, and then a vampire got the jump on us, and then because of that, Takumi made like a really quick exit through the window, and we were falling down like I don't even know how many stories building, but anyways, we were falling, and then fortunately, Hana managed to do some sort of spell, and that made us land safely. We were okay. Then afterwards, after we got back safely to the apartment again, Takumi revealed that, hey, there's like Yasuhiro had a partner that he was working on a case with. He was working on a string of cases actually, which is like the murder of criminals in the Yoru district, and that was the last case he was working on. And and then, so afterwards we were going to go see his old partner, which was I forgot his name. Jinsel? Yes, Jinsel. We went to go see Jinsel at the police department again to try to ask him what happened in the last few days of Yasuhiro before he went into a comatose. And so he basically, again, he filled us in on the cases, murdered criminals, and how even though they are criminals, they still felt the need that they deserve a fair trial, and that they should catch this guy. But then before we really had anything go with it or anything kind of came out of it, that's when Yasuhiro was attacked or something. But because they were told to drop the case because they dug too deep into it, but Yasuhiro didn't want to give up, and so he kept going, and that's how he ended up getting hurt. And Jinsel didn't stop him, and then Jinsel in the end was like, well, we tried to talk to the superintendent about it, but he didn't get a chance to, or something like that. And so that was the next plan of action, that we were going to go to the superintendent to talk to them. But then on the way there into his office, a vampire walks out, and we were like, who the hell? And the vampire was like, go chill, like I'm on your side kind of thing, and I'm against Azucena too, and you're the guy, and you're the two that broke into my brother's Silver Dog's little meeting thing the other day. And so so the vampire was saying all that, and then eventually he was like, hey, I know somebody who knows someone, or that heard that this guy Or no, wait. Not like that. Okay, so the vampire was like, I'll give you information if you do something for me in return. Yes, that's what he said. And the favor that he wanted us to do, or Takumi to do, was to kill this guy named Junichi Okura, which is apparently, you know, Azucena's new boy toy or some shit like that. But anyways, regardless, he wanted us to kill this, you know, this big head honcho dude. So he gave us information on where to go find it. Hana's hella shady. She's like hella like sketched out about it. She was like, "Are you sure this is a good idea, Takumi?" But Takumi was like, "I need to go because this is my only lead, you know, kind of thing. I need to take a risk." So we go over to the place that Junichi was there. And then we meet him at the fancy piano bar, and then we basically duked it out, or at least Takumi did. Takumi tried to like get a hit on him, but of course this Junichi guy is pretty, you know, big deal. He's a big deal. So he overpowered Takumi like really easily. He was only toying around with Takumi. We kind of stood up to the side because we didn't want to get involved and we thought it was a bad idea. But Takumi was really desperate. He wanted answers. But then eventually, after getting knocked back and like really seriously injured, Junichi was the only information that Junichi gave to Takumi before he left and Takumi passed out was that, yes, your brother came to the Okuras and that's it, kind of thing. And, you know, off he went into the night. And then that left us to clean up the mess with Takumi, and Takumi is like really seriously injured, he's bleeding, and then we're like, oh my god, we're the only ones here, what the hell am I gonna do, there's no one, I need to get help. But of course, she was like panicking, and the shadow person kind of appeared again, whispered some weird words to us, and then eventually she was able to like lock onto Aurelia's like soul kind of, you know, energy, and then now I guess she managed to teleport us back to the apartment, which is great. So here we are. So yeah, so let's continue. I'm sorry that was a long summary or a long like recap, but like anyways, that's exactly what happened, just in case you guys are a little you know, kind of spotty with the details, but same with me. So yeah, I just need to remind myself too. So I port right into the middle of Aurelia's living room, kneeling down, still holding Takumi's head on my lap. Okay. Is she? Oh, there. Good. Thank God you're here. Aurelia is in the kitchen cooking. When she looks up, our eyes meet. Aurelia. She drops the spatula she was holding. Yes, I've got a very injured Takumi here. Before I can even hear it clatter on the ground, she half runs, half floats so quickly to us that I'm not sure she didn't port over to us. Yeah. I'm barely aware of the tears running down my face as I start to explain everything that happened to her. Yeah. Aurelia listens to me talk as she places a hand over Taku. It glows with a faint silver light as she checks him over for injuries. Well, clearly he's injured. He's like bleeding all over the place. Help me move him to the couch as gently as possible. Okay. I nod and take Taku's arms. Aurelia takes his legs and floats up, quickly beating her wings as we lie him on the sofa. Yes. Takumi doesn't move or make a single expression as we move him. He's out cold. Jesus. He's really out of it. Haven't seen him this bad in a long time. Wow. Get me some wet towels. Okay. She rolls up her jacket sleeves and begins to pull off Taku's shirt, revealing his way two-tone chest. Well, he's been doing this for a while, girl, so you would think that, you know, he'd be fit. Well, what are you doing? Well, we need to get his shirt off because he's got injuries to be cleaned up, you know. Would you rather do it then? Yes, exactly. Healing works better with direct contact. Okay. Oh, right. I turn to get the towels, but then look back at Aurelia. Will he be okay? I'm sure he will. I hope so. Oh, okay, wow, damn, like, he was just thrown back against the glass panel, and like, shit, that fucked him up so bad. Damn, hesitant, but having no other choice, I turn and run off to get Aurelia what she needs. Please be okay, Taku. Can't die on me now. I wake up with the setting sun shining in my eyes. I blink and rub them as I yawn. Oh, you're okay. I sit up to see Takumi sitting at the dining room table across from Aurelia. Takumi, you're okay. Aurelia looks over at me. You're finally awake then. Yes. You slept longer than the injured guy. Not by much, but still. I mean, I had to teleport us back over to the apartment from who knows where this piano bar was. That's because I guess I used up a lot of power yesterday. Yeah. Even though I have my gear, it still seems to take so much out of me. and it's not getting any better. It might well be because of the type of magic you're using. Yes, soul-draining magic. Or maybe even the way you're using it. As interesting as that conversation sounds, I want to hurry up and talk about the info we gathered last night. Yes. We've been waiting for you to wake up. Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh, and before you start worrying, I'm fine. Just a few broken ribs. Okay. How can you just brush off almost dying like that last night? That's what's left, but there was a lot more damage than that before I healed it. Oh man. The memory of everything that happened last night flashes through my mind. Yes. The image of Takumi's crazed grin and Jun's cold expression and Taku coughing up blood. I can still see it all so vividly. As I refocus, I realize that Takumi and Aurelia are staring at me. Upon noting their unreadable expressions, I force myself to smile. Everything is fine, just smile like everything's fine. Alright, yeah, let's talk about last night. Alright, with that, I go and sit down at the table with them. So we basically confirmed Superintendent Tagiwara is shady as fuck. Yeah, no kidding, cause like the vampire did mention how like as he was coming out, he was like, are you guys Okuras kind of thing? Cause like only Okuras see the superintendent at this time of night kind of thing. I was like, oh, so he deals with the both of them, huh? So we basically confirmed Superintendent Tagawa is shady as fuck. That's right. No I'm not surprised. I can confirm he's been taking money from all sorts of underground groups. Oh, wow. He's been in with the Okuras for quite a few years, but my guess is that he's getting greedy. Complacent too, if you saw one of his liaisons coming out of his office, yes. Even if the Okuras will eventually end him themselves, we can't exactly let that go. Yes, corruption and all. I try to mind my business usually, but someone with that much power could really mess shit up, yes. It's always them. I nod. This also probably means that he had something to do with covering up Yasu's case. Yes, that's probably why your dad can't access the files. Exactly. Plus, since he's in with the Okuras, he may have had something to do with Yasu's coma. So we get Tagawa, we expose his corruption, and we'll be one step closer to solving this case. Okay. Wow, makes sense. So what's the plan? We need someone on the inside to get the evidence. Uncover proof that he's been dealing with the mafia. I have someone in mind, but you're worried about their safety. Yes, pretty sure it's his dad, because he works there. Yeah. Well, that's understandable. If they fail, they could be in real danger. What about Jinso? Oh yeah, Jinso. I don't trust him. Oh, okay. I don't know enough about him to say if he'd be able to go through with exposing an official. He's too much of a straight shooter for me to feel comfortable. And I don't want him knowing any more about our activities than he already does. Oh. Then who? My dad is too close to the top. I can't risk his position, and he's probably being watched since he tried to access the files. Since he tried to access the case files in the first place. Right, okay. But my mother is still just a sergeant, yes. Oh. Alright, both of his parents are in the force. Right, okay. She can move freely from place to place, and she's got the guts to be able to do this. Wow. My mother is completely about justice. Okay, yeah. However, I'd also have to tell her about what I'm doing. Yeah, oh yeah. All these years, she still doesn't know about my night job. Yeah. She forbade us from dealing with the supernatural after Yasu. That's why Dad has a desk job now. Oh. He had to close down Arai investigations because she couldn't take the fear of what might happen. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Yes. We sit quietly, weighing Takumi's heavy decision on our minds. I look at him out of the corner of my eye. It must be so hard for him to make a decision like this, one that might risk his way of life and his mother and father's career and lives on exposing a corrupt official. Yes. In the end, Takumi made no decision that night, and we decided to rest for once, just for tonight. Taku and Aurelia and I end up binge watching some TV show all night. Yes, It's a good to have like a break in between some like, you know, intense action of near-death situations, you know? Throughout the whole night, I focused my all on the TV, ignoring the whispers I kept hearing at times. Oh yeah, because for once we were having a relatively normal night, and I couldn't remember the last time we'd done that. And because I didn't want to think about what the whispers mean, or think about Shizuka or anything really, I chose not to mention them. Yeah. There will be plenty of time for weirdness and misery later. Alright girl, whatever you say. 2 days passed with me studying and Takumi resting from all the healing he had to do. Though I researched them, I can't find anything on those black figures or the strange whispers that keep haunting me. I did once come across some interesting spells though, like one for making people fall unconscious or another to regain lost memories. Ooh, that's neat. But I gave up practicing them because whenever I tried, they'd sometimes have completely opposite effects of what I was trying to do. End up forgetting. Oh shit, what was I doing? Whatever that's about, hopefully nothing is wrong with my magic on top of everything else. Takumi seemed moody and unlike himself and was always either shut away in a room, cleaning his gear, or messing around with strange vials. Overall, we barely talked about anything worthwhile. Eventually, though, Takumi made up his mind, which is why we're on our way to go see his mother. Oh, wow, okay. Damn, this is gonna be some awkward family talk. His father informed us that even though she wasn't scheduled to, she had gone into work in order to finish some police reports, okay? Takumi now seems as quiet and somber as he's been for these past few days. I wonder what's wrong, Taku. Why do you always keep everything to yourself? Well, because he's so used to it, you know? By now, I'm starting to get used to seeing the strange shadows at the edge of my vision. I barely pay them any mind, even as I see them on the street. Well, with everything that's going on, I don't want to stress out Takumi even more. And being unable to catch Aurelia at a good time to talk, I've let them go without comment. Oh my god. After a quiet walk, we turn into the police station. Once again, back here! Takumi comes out of the room where his mother's office should be. His eyes meet mine and he shakes his head as he walks up to me. Not there? She's not there. Oh, okay. Before I can respond, a man in a suit holding a stack of papers comes out of the adjacent room. He stops in his tracks when he sees us. What? Is it? Oh, hey Takumi, are you looking for Nyoko? Yes. Takumi nods and the man points up. She said she was going up to the roof for a bit for a private phone call or something. Oh. Thanks, let's go Hana. Okay. Nyoko? When we arrive on the roof, Nyoko has her back turned towards us, yeah. She has her phone in her hand as she stares out over the city lights. Taku and I approach her slowly, but she still jumps when Taku puts a hand on her shoulders. Ah. Taku looks worried as he peers into her face. Hey, what's wrong, Mom? Oh, nothing, you know, just police business. Taku, you scared me, coming up on me out of nowhere like that. Did Dojima tell you I was up here? I'm assuming it was the man. Yes? Takumi nods, yeah. Oh, and you brought Hana too? Yes. How are you? I've been better. For the first time in weeks, I stopped to think about it. How am I? I don't know, girl. I really don't know. I'm still just trying to get my life back to normal, honestly. I'm fine, Mrs. Arai. Well, for the most part. Mom, we need to talk. Yeah. What is it that you're so serious about? What is it that you're so serious all of a sudden? Takumi looks away at me, then takes a deep breath and looks back at his mother. I've been looking into what happened to Yasu. In fact, for the past 3 years, since it all started. What? Yes. Why now? Actually, it's been 3 years, yeah. You know I don't want you messing around with supernaturals. Even for Yasu. Yes, but it wasn't just now. What? Yes, it's been 3 years. I haven't only been looking into this recently. I've been looking for the past 3 years. Yeah, since Yasu went into a coma. I've been doing other jobs too. Every night I could, I've been solving mysteries and helping supernaturals, just like Dad and Yasu. Ah, Nyoko slaps Takumi without warning. Damn, yeah, you disobeyed her. Like, after all the worries she expressed and explicitly told them not to do it, like he still did it, but like he's just so adamant on it, you know? He only looks away at the skyline. I watch them in silence. I don't know what to say in a situation like this, or if I should even say anything at all, right? This is sort of something that's going on between them. So Nyoko's whole body shakes as tears begin to well up in her eyes. How could you? Yes. Takumi says nothing as a chilly breeze passes between them. I suddenly feel as if I'm witnessing something very private and that I should not be here. Yes, and it's super awkward. But I can't leave now, especially now after seeing a mother and son as broken as this. Yes. All because of what happened to Yasu, because of what people with powers like mine did. Nyoko looks away from Takumi. You knew I didn't want you out there. Your father and I didn't ask for this. Yasu wouldn't want you to get killed for him either. But I had to, someone has to. I couldn't bear to lose another son, yes. A harsh silence stands between mother and son. It seems like no one knows what to say next. Even though I feel like an outsider in the situation, I find myself stepping forward. Alright, okay. Nyoko roughly wipes her tears away as I do and looks at me. Okay. Mrs. Arai, the reason Takumi's telling you this now is because we need your help. We're very close to solving what happened to Yasu, but along the way we found out about... I lower my voice to a whisper. Corruption in the SSU. Yes, Superintendent Tagawa's corruption specifically. I quickly explain everything we found out about Yasu. I only leave out the parts about Shizuka and how we get the information precisely. Nyoko seems to realize that there's more to the story but doesn't ask and only calmly listens to me. Placing a hand on her hip, she wipes away the rest of her tears with the other hand while Takumi looks deep in thought. Once I finish the story, Nyoko looks at Takumi. So you want me to help catch him, huh? Yes. Takumi timidly looks down at his mother and nods. Yes, I grappled with the decision to involve you for days, but I need your help, Mom. Yeah. Nyoko stares at Taku for a moment before nodding and crossing her arms. I'm glad you're coming to me instead of trying to take all on this by yourself, right? This is my job after all. Nyoko points to herself with her thumb and grins. I'll find the evidence and make sure that justice is served. Wow. Takumi finally smiles, which brings a smile to my own lips. Thanks, Mom. You're so cool, Mom. He steps back. Just be careful, please, yes. I don't want you guys in danger or losing your jobs. Okay. Nyoko unexpectedly pulls Takumi to her in a big hug. Over her shoulder, I see Takumi wince. Yeah, 'cause he's still hurt. Oh no, Aurelia said his bones are almost healed, but he's still really sore. Yeah, Nyoko pulls back, but Nyoko doesn't need to know about what happened and how he got those injuries. Who do you think you're talking to? I've been in the force since before you were born. Damn. And besides that, I'm not the one with broken ribs. Oh, she knows. Damn. She's good. Takumi seems as surprised as I am. Then he grins and I meet his eyes with a smile of my own. Well, I don't know if she forgives him, but I think they'll be alright eventually, right? I mean, she's not beating the crap out of him anymore. With that, we say our goodbyes and head home. Alright. Takumi and I quietly walk down the street. Even though things ended well with his mother, Takumi seems down. Oh boy, what's wrong? I'm guessing with how long it took him to come to this decision, he's still uncomfortable with the idea of putting his mother in danger. Okay. I hold back a sigh. Well, that's a perfectly normal reaction. It's not like everyone's mother is a cold, manipulative sociopath. Oh girl, there's more to your mother than that, okay? You just have to find out. Ever since Takumi lost to Jun so badly, he seems down. He just got his pride hurt, I guess. Could it be that it's still bothering him? We walk together in apparently similar moods. Alright, moping like a pair of tweens, we walk down the street looking down at the ground. It's like the goths in South Park. I'm on the edge of completely spacing out when I walk right into someone. Whoa! Oosh! Oh, sorry! Oh, you look nice. I look up to see someone I hope to never see again. I can't stop myself from gasping. Yeah, man, geez, I didn't expect to run into you. Jun. A cold shiver runs through me. Yep, drawn by my reaction, Takumi turns to me and his eyes immediately jump to Jun. He quickly pushes me behind him. Yeah. What the hell do you want? Don't tell me you have Don't tell me you have nothing better to do than to stalk us. Jun sighs. He's like, I was just taking a walk around at night. God. I'm not who you think I am. Jun? Oh, question mark Jun? Okay, the hell is that supposed to mean? You're not Jun? Exactly what I said. Jun. Okay, Jun, question mark. Who the hell are you then? I'm not the man who did whatever you think he did. Are you his twin? What? Taku scrutinizes his face. Bullshit, I think I remember the guy who broke my ribs. Taku reaches into his sleeve, holding something we can't see. I want payback. But I'll let it go for now because I want more info on Yasu. Huh? Like, huh? Stay away from Jun. What? You're safer that way. Having said that, Jun just walks away, leaving us standing there. What? Could he have a brother? That's what I assumed, like a twin brother. A twin? Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I shrug. That would explain it. I didn't think Jun looked the type to dress that way anyway. Oh, yeah. But you never know that, girl. People can change up their style if they want to. It's just clothes. God. Ugh, and then he just ignored me like I wasn't a threat. Like I wasn't any threat, because you technically aren't if he is anything I think he is. Like he was more concerned for my safety than his brother's. Well, duh, because you're his brother just fucked you up like really badly. You know, all he did was just toss you against the glass panel. God. Not knowing what to say or do, I just take Takumi's hand, hoping to distract him from his apparent angst. Yes, no time to mull over that, please. Let's go. Right. We go home, but Takumi stops just outside of Aurelio's apartment. What? Before I can ask why, he pulls out a pack of cigarettes and pops one between his lips. Really, almost out of habit, I want to admonish him. Admonish him. I can never pronounce admonish him for it. But I find that I don't really care anymore. Okay, there we go. Wow, I can't English. Words are hard. If the cigarettes are normally just for missions, why are you smoking now, right? Because I want to. Bruh. I told you that some of them have addictive properties. Oh. Taku shrugs and I decide not to push it. Instead, I hold my hand out just under his cigarette. Need a light? Girl, don't enable this habit. Taku offers me a little smile as he nods. I snap my fingers to create a little fire. Okay, but instead of the fire, the cigarette just disappears, porting away to no. But instead of the fire, what the fuck? That's a weird sentence. But instead of fire, the cigarette just disappears. Oh my god. My brain is not computing this sentence. Okay, but instead the cigarette just disappears, porting away to who knows where. There. What the hell? If you didn't want me smoking around you, you could have just said. I didn't do that on purpose. No, that's not it. That wasn't supposed to happen. I mean, it doesn't make sense that it happened. Lately, my magic has been unstable, even when I've done the spell before. You have been acting weird lately. Are you alright? No, I'm seeing dead people. Is there something weird going on with your magic? Yes. I don't think so. Well, this clearly shows it, girl. Without saying anything, Takumi pulls out his phone and starts making a call. What's going on? Hey, I need a favor. Sorry, but it has to be you. Is it Tatsuya? You're the only one who could keep quiet about this. I listened on as Takumi describes to someone that I have been staying with him somewhere the entire time. And that we've been handling my power control on our own, but now there's something weird going on with my magic. The more he talks about me, the more apprehensive I feel. Who the hell is he talking to? I'm pretty sure it's Tatsuya, his roommate. Finally, Taku hangs up and looks at me. Do you mind if we go out somewhere before going in? Sure. I shake my head. Are you going to tell me who that is? Is that who we're going to meet? Taku laughs. Always so curious. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. And don't worry, you can trust this guy. Yeah, with that, we leave the building. Oh, huh. Takumi takes me to a grungy, shady-looking bar at the edge of Yoru. Or unless it's Shinji. I'm not particularly surprised to be taken somewhere like this, though admittedly in the past I would have been. As we walk up to the bar, I am surprised to see the magenta-haired person waiting for us. Yeah, Shinji! Hey, it's my boy! Upon seeing us, he gives Takumi a little nod. I followed behind Takumi towards him, suddenly feeling very nervous. He's not going to say anything about me disappearing that day, is he? Takumi sits down at the bar, leaving a spot open between him and Shinji. Hey man, hey, you've been gone for a while. The warm tone of their exchange surprises me. I didn't know these two were friends with each other. Well, yeah. Oops, sorry, there's a frog in my throat. I was starting to think you might have gotten yourself killed or something. Like you're one to talk. You have some shady business too. Nah, not yet. He dismisses it so easily, but I can't forget his unconscious body lying in a pool of his own blood. Yeah, not yet, luckily. I sigh and draw their attention to me without meaning to. Shinji smiles down at me. So what's the problem exactly? Really? No long time no see? You said her magic has been acting strange lately, but strange how? Well, I tried to light a cigarette, but the cigarette just ends up disappearing. I'll let Hana explain what's happening. Hesitantly, I look at Taku, but he continues smiling and nods at me to start speaking. Don't hold anything back, it could be important, okay? It's alright, take your time. Alright, there's no rush, so just talk when you're ready to. Alright, so I describe some of the weird ways my magic has been acting, not losing control precisely, but at times doing something totally different from what I meant to do. When I finish speaking, Shinji doesn't say anything, seemingly thinking over my words. Oh, and people. Yes, I see people and they're whispering things to me. I freeze at the sound of a strange voice in my ear. Oh no, again? Yes, again. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see it. Dark, shadowy figures creeping closer. Shinji, do you see them too? You see them. Yes, I do. It's not a question, I gulp. You see those things too. Shinji's eyes flit to where the shadows are hiding and he nods. Yeah, I can see them. So I'm not going insane or anything? No. I've been seeing and hearing shadowy figures and whispers for some time now. And lately, it's been getting worse. I see. Oh, he watches the shadows straight on, and I wonder if they don't hide from his gaze. For a while, he remains like this, as if mesmerized by the shadowy figure's movements. Then he looks back at me. You've been using death magic then, haven't you? Yes, I have. Oh, I figured this would be the case. Like, yeah. What? How do you... Because Shinji uses death magic too, because he was possessed at one point in his life. Yes, I have been using it. I didn't know any other way to get my powers under control quickly, and it just seemed like the simplest solution. Not a very good one, though. Well, that explains how you got it all under control so quickly. I was wondering how you managed it, and it looks like I got my answer now. Shinji grows quiet, yeah, and I find myself unable to take my eyes off of him. Frozen in anticipation, I have to remind myself to breathe. Death magic is not something anyone gets naturally. No one is born with it. The only natural way to gain access to it is to have it touch your soul. Usually that means being possessed by a spirit, which you've had. Yeah, which you've had. That's pretty much the only safe way to become a death mage, although I don't recommend it. Yeah, it's not pleasant. Being possessed isn't exactly fun, yes. The nice spirits would never possess someone, and the ones who would, well, I'm sure you can imagine. With this way, though, the death magic becomes a part of you, and it's not as corrosive to the soul as it would be otherwise. Oh, corrosive. Oh, man. Even though I ask, I'm not sure that I want to know exactly, but I need to know. So, you're depleting your soul, girl. Shinji nods. Yeah, the other way to obtain the abilities is to force it. You force your way by using the magic that isn't meant for the living. It seems that you tried to force it to come to you. Grasping and grabbing at it, you tried to make it work for you. It didn't come to you naturally, so it would wear at you more, instead of just corrupting instead of just corrupting it consumes. Yeah. It corrupts your soul and eats away at it the more you use it. Yes. Although that's not something anyone can avoid, no matter how they got the magic. The more you use it, the more things change. It starts pretty small, so you manage to tell yourself that it's nothing, just your mind playing tricks on you. Yeah, shadowy figures just out of the corner of your eye, they disappear every time you turn to look. So you think you're just imagining it, up to the point where they don't go away. Yes, which is where I am at. They hide, they move away, and they don't disappear anymore, not unless they want to. And then you start to hear them. They whisper things almost constantly. The better you see them, the more you're aware, the more they whisper. You can sort of ignore it after you're used to it, but sometimes they get more persistent. It's never quite anything you can understand, it's barely there, something you can recognize but can't comprehend. Shinji sighs and looks down at his drink. I admit, I fear the day that I finally hear them properly. The day I start to understand what they say, it may very well be the day they can finally get close enough. He looks up with a smile, but it looks so wrong somehow. My heart aches painfully at the sight. I can't tell if it's for him, me, or maybe both of us. I can already understand some words. The more death magic you use, the closer the shadows will start to get. Sometimes you can feel them reach out to you, grab at you. Well, they already did. It's not a pleasant feeling. Yeah, it's cold. I stare at him wordlessly. Even my mind seems to have gone silent and still. Is there no way to reverse this? To fix it? No. You don't. But you don't. But if you stop using it, it stops getting worse. It may go away eventually, but it hasn't for me, so I wouldn't know. He shrugs. It's too late for me, though. Death magic touched my soul too deeply, even without me using it at first. I don't want to get your hopes up, so I won't say that you may have a chance. It's a possibility in theory anyway, but you pretty much have to test it yourself. Oh, okay. Don't you have anyone else you can ask? Nope. Anyone else? Anyone who did something like Hana did and managed to stop it or reverse it or something. Despite the grave tone of the conversation, Shinji laughs. I guess I don't associate with any other death mages exactly. I don't advertise that I'm one, technically anyway. And no one else is going to either, and if they do, I suggest you run. I'll try to ask around discreetly, but don't hold out any hope. Yes. My whole body feels cold. I feel like I'm not even in my body at all. My mind races a mile a minute. What have I done? What's going to happen to me? What happens to an immortal without a soul? Takumi looks strangely angry and ready to storm out of the place. He gets up, nearly knocking over the bar stool, but he stops when his eyes land on me. Right, like, I am technically immortal, and I can't exactly die, but, like, so does the same rule apply to me? Or is there, like, some sort of twist? Like, you know, some sort of, like, a different effect? His expression softens immediately. He sighs and looks at Shinji. Thanks, Shinji. I'm going to take her home now. Okay. I think we need some time to process what you said. Yeah, no problem. And if it gets any worse, let me know, alright? Okay. Yeah, come on, Hana. Okay. Taku stands up and pulls me by the wrist until I get up and leads me away. I barely register that we're leaving or even moving. I feel like I'm locked inside my own head, screaming and screaming for help that might never come. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Well, you didn't know any better because you didn't get a magical tutor, when you had the chance to, but you didn't. My thoughts run as if on a loop. Yeah. I don't remember leaving or the walk back to Aurelia's place. Once we get inside, it's obvious that Aurelia isn't home. Takumi rummages through the cabinets with shaking hands, trying to pick a drink for himself. He pulls out a bottle of something and takes a swig of it. Is it whiskey? He's underage. He shouldn't. Well, he don't care. He smokes, for God's sake. I sigh. Oh, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, if he's old enough to be doing what he does at night, he can at least have a drink without me saying anything. Taku pulls out a pair of crystal glasses from another cabinet and turns to me. Want a drink? Yes! I don't normally drink, but yeah, I think I really need a drink right now. Taku nods and quickly pours me a glass of amber-colored liquid and holds it out to me. With shaky hands, I reach out and take it, but the glass slips right out of my grasp. It shatters as it hits the wood floor. Damn! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'll go and get a towel. Okay. I run off to the bedroom without waiting for a reply. Man, I look around everywhere in the bedroom. That's really weird. Please don't repeat words in the same sentences. It just sounds really, like, repetitive. Where did I leave my towel? I don't know. I look under the bed. I know I left it here somewhere. Oh girl, the towel is the least of your worries. You're about to die. My eyes start to water and tears begin to stream from my eyes like a flood. I sink down to the floor in frustration as the tears roll down my cheeks. What the hell am I doing? I hear footsteps, and when I look up, I see Takumi appear in the doorway, simply staring down at me. My first instinct is to look away, to try and hide my tears. But it's Takumi. With him, it's okay somehow. His quiet voice echoes across the room. How could you just risk yourself like that? In truth, I'd feared this conversation ever since I learned about death magic. I don't respond, I can't, so I just look away. Takumi walks up to me and kneels down. He grabs me by my shoulders and forces me to look up at him. He looks directly into my eyes and asks again, how could you risk yourself like that? Well, I could ask you the same thing. I focus on him and my own frustration at him finally boils over. Yes. Couldn't I ask the same thing of you? Yes. Don't you go out and risk yourself for Yasu every night? What about all that crap you shoot up before missions, right? And the cigarettes you said were just medicinal, yes. Taku stares at me and then backs away. I push myself up to stand, taking my chance to go on the offensive now. That can't be good for your health. Are those things even safe for humans? Taku doesn't answer, or perhaps he can't. You're damaging your body to be able to compete with the competition, aren't you? Yes. It's basically the same thing, isn't it? Since you're still just a human? Yeah. What you did wasn't even comparable to me risking my life. You're destroying your soul. I had to. I needed to be able to keep up with you so I could find Shizuka. It wouldn't have mattered if I was just able to get back to normal. I thought that anyway. And besides, I wanted to protect you too. We look at each other, breathing heavily. Wow, we're just hashing it out, but like, seriously though, it's some pretty deep shit. Some heavy shit. I break our eye contact, looking out the window instead. Even though I believe in what I said, I feel a little guilty for yelling at him. But it's all out of concern, okay? Like, I care for you too. Takumi suddenly reaches out and grabs my hand. In one smooth motion, he tugs my arm and I stumble into his chest. Let's hug it out. Yes, it's always a good idea to hug it out. Taku steadies me, pulling me into his strong arms. I'm too surprised to do anything but stand there. I'm terrified and I don't want to lose you or Yasu, but it feels like I'm about to lose both of you. Huh? Yes. Yasu, is he deteriorating as well? What is this? I'm stunned when tears fill Taku's eyes. They're about to let him go soon. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Take him off of life support. Yeah. Shit. My parents, they can't afford to take care of him anymore. What? Yeah. Then Yoko, now it all makes sense. But why now? When we're so close to figuring out what happened to him? Takumi doesn't seem to have any answers for me. Stunned, all of my strength leaves me and I relax into his arms. We hold each other as tears quietly flow, neither really knowing what to say. And then Takumi pulls back away from me. I needed to go somewhere, get some air. Okay. Hey, I need to go somewhere, get some air. He mumbles so quietly that I almost don't hear it. Takumi starts to move away, his warmth leaving me, but I grab his hand and look down, pulling at him. Please don't go right now. Yes. I don't think either of us should be alone. Yeah. Either one of us should be alone. I don't want to be alone thinking about all this shit. I'm scared. I'm really scared. For Yasu, for me, for you, yes. I look up at Takumi. I mean, when my soul's gone, will I just be left alive but empty? What happens when an immortal soul fades away anyway? I don't even know. Takumi looks down at me, our eyes not straying from each other. He leans down and kisses my forehead. I'll be okay. I promise I'll help you. It'll be okay. I promise I'll help you. I'll figure it out. Please don't cry. Oh, I won't let anything bad happen to you. Oh, stop. You're gonna make me emotional. Not like I already am. I look up and gently pull his face down to mine. And kiss. I hesitate for a moment looking into his beautiful eyes. I hesitate for a moment looking into his beautiful violet eyes, our noses almost touching. We both bring our lips together. Well, I guess it's as good as a time as any. It starts out as a tender kiss, but quickly turns to one of need. I wrap my arms around his neck and pull him back to the bed without breaking the kiss. Oh. Okay, it's as good as a time as any. For that, too. I sit down, pulling him with me. Takumi places his hands on me and slowly begins to move his fingers up my body. His lips on mine, so hungry for me, not giving me a chance for breath. Clothes slide off to the floor and are fast forgotten about. Yes. That night, there aren't any worries or thoughts of the future. We live only in the moment, desperately taking in every ardent second without regrets. Yay! I guess! Chapter 9, that was a pretty heavy chapter. I seriously wonder where I am for time. Hold on. Oh, we good for time. We going. So chapter 9, Solitude. Jesus. Yes. When I wake up and turn in bed, I find that Takumi's nowhere to be seen. Of course not. I sit up and look around. His clothes are nowhere in sight. Takumi? No response. I wrap the sheet around myself and get up. Taku? I quickly check the bathroom, but he isn't there. Wrapped in a sheet, I peek outside the bedroom door and see Aurelia there. Our eyes meet for just a second. Awkward! Eep! Yes, I duck back inside in an instant. I try not to think too much as I go take a shower, hoping that Takumi's out in the living room. Well, at least I didn't have sex on your bed, okay? Like I promised I wouldn't. So yeah. I hope Takumi is with Aurelia. I ducked out so quick, I didn't get a good look at anything else. Ugh, I also hope she didn't actually see me like this. She'd definitely know what's up then. It was a moment of weakness, and things were getting heavy, and we just needed some respite. When I get dressed and come out, I finally get a good look around and see that Takumi's nowhere to be found. Okay. Well, of course, he seems to be the kind of person who would not really sit around and get shit done, And I find that I can't even look Aurelia in the eye. I hope she didn't come back during all of that. Had fun last night? Oh god, why? I'm gonna die. I can't bring myself to say anything at all, or even meet her eyes as she hands me some breakfast. Aurelia just laughs and goes to wash the dishes. But as soon as she turns the tap on, she sighs and turns it right off. She turns back around to face me. Before you ask, I don't know where Takumi is. Oh damn. He hasn't been in the greatest emotional state lately, so yeah. He's probably off doing something stupid. Oh no. My fork falls out of my hand, falling onto the plate with a clatter as I look up to meet her gaze. Dude, you should have told me this earlier. What? What do you mean? Yeah, what? What do you mean? Do you know all about the things Takumi does to himself to stay on top of his game? No? The drugs he takes are medicinal for supernaturals, but extremely dangerous and toxic to humans. Well, I figured. They're just like human drugs. You can take them, but you'll slowly damage your body until you die. Yes. My mind turns to the things I yelled at him last night. My stomach feels heavy. He's not satisfied with being human and never has been. Oh, and losing to Jun has been really weighing on him. I was expecting him to leave sooner, but I guess you were keeping him sane. He's probably out seeking some dangerous shit. I wouldn't even bother calling him because whenever he gets like this, he won't answer. Why? Why now? Was it because of last night? I guess. I sigh. I'd seen the signs too, even if I just wanted to pretend I didn't. It's clear that Takumi has some issues from all this. It's understandable though. Doing investigations like these every night takes a toll on you, like mentally and physically. And I wouldn't bother trying to find him right now. If he doesn't want to be found, he won't be. Oh my god. Aurelia's words, they piss me off because I know they're true. Takumi himself pisses me off, damn it. Damn, yeah, damn. Ugh, why did you have to do this now, right? If that's the case, then I want to go out and search for information on my own. We were getting so close, and Yasu doesn't have much time left. And finding Shizuka might be my only chance of saving myself from death magic. Where would you start? I don't know. What would you do? Well, I quickly go over everything I know in my head. I think the next steps lie with Jun, since he's close to Azucena. I want to know more about him and where I can find him. He could just kill you on sight if he feels like it, you know? I know. Yes, I've seen what he can do. And I suspect that was just a small portion of it anyway, since he was only fighting a human with no powers. But I don't know what else to do. Or we can find that lookalike that he has. You know, I don't know if it's his brother or anything, but we can talk to him. We settle into quiet as I rack my brain, trying to figure out how to keep going without Takumi. Yes. Oh my god, I butchered that sentence so badly. Let's do that again. So we settle into quiet as I rack my brain, trying to figure out how to keep going without Takumi. Oh, that other Jun. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We could go to that other Jun. Hey, Aurelia, you don't happen to know if Jun has a brother? Yeah, it's brother. Does he have a sibling? I do know some things. Oh, okay. But it's going to cost you. Wah. Of course. Alright, I can pay you. How much do you want? We can discuss that later. For now, I trust you. Yeah, I'll give you an IOU, okay? But usually payment is upfront. Oh, I know. Jun does indeed have a brother, a twin. Ah, so we're right. Naoki Okura works as a professor at Hagiwara University. No way! Why haven't I seen him before? I don't know if he'd know anything about Jun's activities, but it's possible as they're rumored to be very close. Okay. Well, they're twins, so yeah. Thank you, Aurelia. Too excited to stop myself, I jump and hug the tiny sylph. Ah! As soon as I let her go, I rush off to get changed and run to find this Naoki Okura. Yeah. Alright, after asking around Hagiwara, I found out where Naoki's office is. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I haven't been back here since that terrible day. The hidden basement itself still shocks me. I'm almost surprised to see it's still here, that this wasn't all just a dream. A magical elevator that would only react to supernaturals and bring them down to the basement. Who would have imagined such a thing could really exist? Well, it's like Hogwarts. Admittedly, I am a little nervous about getting caught by someone who might remember me, so I keep my hood up as I walk. Hey! When I enter Naoki's office, I find him sitting at his desk, apparently working on grading some papers. I pull my hood back and look at him. Hello, you might remember me. He stops writing and looks up at me. I'm the girl you bumped into last night. Can I ask you some questions about your brother? If I can get to Azucena through him, then I might be able to solve this whole mess sooner rather than later. No. I have no reason to share any information with you. Damn. He looks down and continues to grade papers, completely ignoring my presence. What? Naoki's short and direct response throws me off entirely. I said no, you can leave now. But please, I just need some information. My friend, he disappeared and I don't care. I'm not telling you anything. So please leave. Oh damn. I stand there stunned. No. This isn't how it's supposed to go. I need to know. I know I need to do something to help Takumi. Whoa. I push my hand out forward, pushing the professor out of his seat and slamming him against the wall of the classroom with an unseen force. Wow. Getting violent. Jesus. I grasp at his throat with an invisible hand holding him up. So dissonant to the situation, Naoki only looks down at me with interest. I can sense no panic in him, no fear, as I slowly walk up to him, hands outstretched. You'll answer some questions, or nah, you don't have the guts to, Hana. You're not like that. I'll kill you. Okay. Completely unperturbed by my threat, now only looks down at me. Interesting. Very well, I will answer some of your questions. Wow! Maybe he was just testing our willpower, you know? If you'll answer some of mine. Okay. Okay then. That was easy. Yeah, that was easy. I carefully let him down. He doesn't even bother to fix his suit, instead peering at me with full interest for the first time. Go ahead, ask. Although keep in mind that I may not answer. Do you know anything about Detective Yasuhiro Arai's relationship with the Okuras? I do not. Then, where can I find Jun? Right about now, I guess he would be at the Fox's Tail bar at the border of Yoru and Chowa. Oh. At least if he's following his usual schedule right now. Are you done asking questions already? No. Oh, yeah, I guess I am. Oh my god, are you seriously going to talk to Jun? Fine. Your powers, I can tell you're no mage. I've never seen a real sorceress in person before. You don't seem to be very proficient with them yet. No, I'm not. How did you get them? When? Well, long story. This is what he wanted to know? Yes. I don't feel any desperate need to tell the story at I don't feel any desperate need to tell the story of it all. But I can see the truth and burning curiosity in Naoki's eyes, and I did agree. They were passed on to me by another sorceress very recently. She didn't stay to teach me anything, though. Naoki studies me quietly, that much is obvious from his expression. But when he doesn't say anything for a while, I start to turn to leave. Thank you for answering my questions, and I'm sorry for attacking you like that. But I'm gonna go now. Wait. Oh, I freeze. Yes? I've been thinking to talk to Jun anyway since I met you yesterday. I want to find the truth since I've been dragged into this mess, so I'll accompany you. Oh, that's great! Even though the thought of going anywhere with Naoki is odd, I can't really refuse him, so I nod. Yes. Let's go then. Alright. We had a very quiet, awkward, and uneventful walk together. Neither of us had any common subjects I knew of to talk about, so I doubt that the awkwardness could have been avoided. The only somewhat exciting thing was that the two of us together got some occasional stares. People might have assumed we're a couple. A couple. Damn. A vivid image of Takumi looking down at me with pure need flashes in my mind. Oh yes. Ugh, why now? Because, I don't really know what happened or what are we now. Yeah, or what are we now? If we're anything at all. I nearly walk right into Naoki when he stops without warning. Before I can even ask, he wordlessly gestures towards one of the tables by the wall. Jun isn't hard to spot. Oh, there's your brother. Oh, what? With Jinsol? What the fuck? As we get closer to the table, I notice Jinsol already there, standing next to Jun's table. He seems to already be talking to Jun, albeit seemingly unsuccessful. Naoki walks up to stand next to the detective and Jun greets him, ignoring Jinsol and me completely. Now! Didn't you say you're too busy to come out for a drink? Well, whatever. Come, sit. I want the truth, Jun. What's going on? What shady business have you involved yourself this time? Huh, so you too. It's nothing worth noting, really. Jun, I've been dragged into this out of nowhere, and you've been acting strange lately. So there's no way I'm buying that. I want to know. Please. Yeah. Why? No, Hana, I don't know if it will be helpful, but I add in my part anyway. Jun's eyes move so fast that I barely catch him glancing at me. He sighs. You want to know what happened to Detective Arai? Fine. But it's on your own head if you end up dead after that. Oh, knowing too much never gets you anywhere good. Especially not when that bitch is involved. Okay, that bitch. Azucena, I'm assuming. Wait, does he mean who I think he means? Anyway, he started digging into what he wasn't supposed to. Yes, that much is obvious. The disappearances in Yoru were ordered to be kept a secret, okay? Don't ask me why, even I don't know that one. Okay. All I know is that Azucena wanted it kept quiet, and if anyone asked too many questions, they got reported to her. Jun shrugs. Don't know who ratted Arai out. Okay. He probably asked the wrong thing of the wrong guy, which got him the hit on his head. Well, not so much as a hit as an order to get rid of him. Oh, well then. I like the guy anyway. I like the guy enough. Oh, really? I hoped he'd succeed. I do wonder who gave him up. Huh. But what the royal pain in the ass wants, she gets. So she sent me to take him out. Oh, wow. Damn, that's fucked up. Ah, shit. Was that what Jinsol wanted? Wait, you? Yeah, you're the one who attacked him. Jun shrugs again and takes a sip of his drink. Yeah, it was me. Azucena wanted him gone, so I had to get it done. Wow. When Jun finishes his story, Jinsol immediately moves towards Jun. Pulling him out of his chair by his shirt, he slams him against a nearby wall, much like I did with his twin earlier. What happened to Yasu after you left him? Why is he in a coma? And who was the black-haired woman that was there afterward? Mooney, chill out. Despite being pinned to the wall, Jun shrugs. I don't know what happened, but he was supposed to die. And I don't know who the chick was. If I wasn't there by then, how would I know? Oh wow, this is such a mess. Naoki calmly but firmly pulls Jinsol off of Jun. Detective Moon. You have your information, so you can leave us alone. Oh, so that's what Jinso was here for. Jinso points at Jun. I'm not letting you off next time. I will find you, and then I'll throw your ass in jail for everything you've done. Yeah, good luck with that, Moony. Moony. Moon. Damn it, Moon. Jun rolls his eyes, but concedes and quiets down. Alright. I grab at Jinso's sleeve and pull a shaken detective along with me. Come on, let's go. Wow, shit! I convinced Jinso to come back to Aurelia so we can figure out our next move together. I now stand in front of Aurelia, who's relaxing on her couch with a tablet in hand. She looks up at us curiously the moment we walk in. I gestured at Jinso. Aurelia, this is Detective Jinso Moon. Yeah, he was Yasu's partner, and he just helped me out with Jun. Jinso removes his hat and bows to Aurelia slightly. Hello. Aurelia nods slightly and gestures for him to sit down at the dining room table. Then she looks at me for an explanation. Under her scrutinizing gaze, I begin to quickly tell her everything that happened during my meeting with Naoki and Jun. Yeah. I see. Yeah, see, I didn't get myself killed. She looks at Jinso. About what happened to Yasu between Jun leaving him in his coma. Have you calmed down enough to come to any conclusion? Jinso doesn't say anything at first, but I can almost see the wheels turning in his head as he crosses his arms and puts a hand to his lips. Within moments, he uncrosses his arms and looks at us. This black-haired woman must have had something to do with Yasuhiro's. This black-haired woman must have had something to do with why Yasuhiro's in a coma. Okay, Jun would definitely know how to kill a human properly. Okay, that's true. I wouldn't doubt him. She is the only unknown left in the timeline between Jun leaving Yasu and Takumi finding him. Aurelia nods. Taku's the only one who saw this woman, so the final key to the mystery must be locked in his memory. Then he has to be questioned. Why? We should go see him right away. But that's the thing, we don't know where he is. And also, hey, memories, we can use that memory spell that we were going on about but didn't try out. Okay, you should look for Takumi at his home. What? His roommate might know where he is at least. Then I'll go over there now. I turn to Jinso and give him a slight bow. Thank you for your help. It was nice to see you again. Right. But Jinso shakes his head, putting on his hat. He's like, I'm coming with you. I've been wondering what happened to my partner over 3 years. Yes, for over 3 years. I'm not going to leave when the answer is within our reach. Yes, I understand. I'm coming with you. I nod at the detective. It makes sense. After all, he must feel guilty about his partner. With that said, I quickly go get change for meeting Takumi. After that, we bid Aurelia our thanks and leave the apartment. Alright, Jinso and I walk out into the street and we're met with an unexpected sight. You again! Naoki Okura standing near the entrance to the apartment building. When Nao looks up and sees us, he immediately pushes himself away from the wall and comes towards us. I don't know about you guys, but I low-key really like Naoki. I don't know, something about his aura and his the way he carries himself is just really hot. Like he has a no I don't give a shit attitude kind of thing. Okura, what are you doing here? Jinso suddenly takes a small step forward, getting in front of me. It's been on my mind. This mystery you both seem to be trying to solve. I'm very curious as to what caused Detective Arai's coma. Everybody wants to know. It's like a what's it called, like a seventh wonder kind of thing. So I've decided I want to know. Are you serious? My entire life is spent searching for knowledge. Often this means solving mysteries. Oh my. If there's something I don't know or understand, I can't rest until I find out, right? You won't sleep. You'll lose sleep over this. Unless vampires don't really sleep. I don't even know. This is a mystery that no one has been able to figure out in 3 years, and it's so close. And it's close to being solved, right? Isn't that exciting? Naoki crosses his arms and tilts his head. There's no way I cannot be involved. Okay, wow, we're such a weird trio of bandit now. Jesus. My personal code won't allow it. So I'm coming with you. I promise my knowledge can help. Okay. I can see the resolve in Naoki's eyes, the first real expression other than interest that I've seen on his face. It doesn't seem like we have much of a choice. I look at Jinso, who only shrugs. Whatever, yeah. I nod at Naoki. Alright then. We're headed somewhere now, so let's go. Remember that if you try anything, I'll be forced to use my extensive knowledge of fighting vampires. Now surprises us with a smile, something I didn't know he could even do. I'd be interested to hear about it later, but you'll have no use for it on me. Really. With our strange team assembled, the three of us set off to Chowa proper. Chowa proper? Really? Okay. We stand outside of Takumi's apartment. Jinsel knocks on the door, but no one comes. I wouldn't expect him to be there, because Aurelia was like, no one knows where he is now. So no one home? No, I can hear someone inside. Oh, really? Jinsel nods and keeps knocking. Oh, eventually the door swings open to reveal a frazzled-looking Takumi holding a cigarette of some kind. Are you getting high? What is this? Immediately he glares at Nao. Then he looks at Jinsel with suspicion, and only meets my eyes for a brief moment. Then he sighs and turns away. I get worried for a moment, but then he motions for us to follow him inside. What do you want? Well, his voice sounds gruff, deeper, more akin to how he talks when he's weighing his gear. He doesn't look at us when he asks. Instead, he turns to go back to the kitchen. When we walk inside, I finally get a good look around the place. I feel my heart sink at the sight. Is it a lot of beer bottles, lots of drinks, lots of cigarettes, smokes, butts? There's syringes, oh god, clear plastic bags and vials and things I can't even recognize scattered all around the apartment. Wow, shit. Where's Tatsuya? Takumi pulls out a syringe out of his pocket as he stands at the counter. He's at his parents'. Actually, forget that. What are you doing? What is that? Takumi's whole body won't stop shaking as he uses the syringe. I run over to him and try to grab for it. But he jerks away and messes up the injection. Fuck. Oh my god, stop doing meth and heroin! Jesus Christ! The syringe falls to the floor and I'm relieved to see it hit the ground. What the hell are you doing, right? Like, you're supposed to be solving a case here, not getting high and doping up. Jesus. What are you even here for? I've got answers, sort of. I can only wordlessly stare at Takumi. I've never seen him like this before. I don't know how to handle it. Me, yeah, I'm a little frazzled too. I'm a little, like, yeah, kinda. Nao and Jinsel don't comment either, watching him with careful eyes. Jinsel steps forward and gives Takumi a brief run-through of what Jun revealed. Takumi looks on in horror as Jinsel says all this. Yes, so Jun was the one who took care of Yasu, but it's not him that put him in a coma. Junichi said that Yasu was supposed to die when he left him, but it seems this black-haired woman came afterward. I believe that the answer to what happened to Yasu lies with whoever this black-haired woman was. You're the only one who saw her, Taku, so the answer must be somewhere in your memories. If we find her, we can find the whole truth. I was thinking, I did actually see a memory spell in my studies, right? That's what I was saying. So I think that can help. I can also help with that. Nice! I'm a master of potions. I know one or two that can help with that. Naoki looks at me. Although you can unlock his memories using a certain spell, yes. You might risk destroying his mind or worse. Oh right, that's the thing that, like, what's it called? Hikaru was doing, right? Yeah. Fuck that. Why would I trust someone like... Potions master or not, you're Jun's brother. Your brother tried to kill mine. Who knows what kind of shit you might give me. Naoki continues to look calm in the face of accusation. His eyes remain steadily on me. My own eyes dart from him to the very angry-looking Takumi. Taku turns to me. I trust you, Hana. If it has to be risked, then I want you to do it, because I definitely don't trust that guy. But I'll let you decide. Shit. He trusts me, but Nao's right that this is a big risk. What do I do? Oh, fucking Christ. I knew this was gonna happen. But I don't know if I can do the spell right, though. That's the thing. Shit. But that's the thing, though, is that Takumi trusts us more than he does now. But... fucking Christ. And he was like, I'd rather you do it than this guy. But it's like, dude, I can't do this. Like, I'm not good. I'm not an expert. Like... I want to trust Nao to do it. Like, honestly, I do. Like, I don't want to risk damaging his mind just because, again, Hana has no experience in doing the spell, so fuck. Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck this one up, aren't I? Shit. Oh, shit. Okay, fuck. I don't even know. Okay, I was gonna perform the spell, but then I hesitated. I was like, ah! Shit. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna have to come back to it anyways. Okay, perform the spell. Takumi may be right. Whatever Now said, he is Jun's brother, and they do seem very close. He did get Jun to stop with a single word, so who knows what's really going on there. I'll perform the spell myself. It's your lives. You know the risk. Yeah. Now simply moves to stand closer to the windows, folding his arms. I can't help but feel like he's judging us. Well, what else am I supposed to do? Like, trust me? It's okay, Hana. I'm glad you're doing it. I nod, suddenly feeling nervous. Takumi, could you sit down? Yeah. Takumi acquiesces and sits down on the couch. I sit next to him and turn to place my hands on his head. Okay, let me think. Alright, I close my eyes and try to recall the memory spell. I think it was something like mending connections. As I try to remember the details, I can feel everyone's eyes on me. Hana, please, don't talk. I've almost got it. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Rock and roll, buckaroo! I visualize what Takumi's mind might look like, a system of pathways and connections. I channel my power into what I see in my mind. Please, try to recall the woman and what happened after Takumi. Takumi presumably does, as I've asked him, since I can see a pathway glow in my mind's eye. It seems as if there is something blocking it though, something familiar. A familiar magic. Could it be? What? Channeling my own soul's power, I weave my magic around the one already present, trying to remove it. Okay, but it won't budge. I feel my brows draw down. It appears you're having trouble. Yes. Frustrated, I ignore him and channel even more power into my magic. But I can immediately tell it's too much. My power blows away the blockage, but does more than that. Oh shit! It blows away all the connections and pathways in Takumi's mind. I watch them disperse into particles in my mind. I drop my hands in horror and open my eyes. No! Oh shit, fuck. I fucked up. But despite my dramatic reaction, Takumi's eyes only roll back in his head and close. He slumps back into the couch. Oops! Jinso and now immediately rush over while I sit there frozen in horror. I knew this was a bad idea. Jinso picks up Takumi's wrist and checks his pulse while Now examines him. They look at each other with a grim expression and then back at me. What? What is it? Is he... I tried to warn you of the risk, but you chose to ignore me. Shit, he's dead! Oh, fuck! My bad. Jinso turns around and doesn't look at me. He pulls out his phone and begins calling for an ambulance. And then changes his mind and asks for a coroner. Tears roll down my face as I look at Takumi's body. I feel nauseous, and yet what I've done I can't fully comprehend. Yeah. Naoki looks down at me in disgust and turns away too. In the end, because of my own overconfidence that day and Takumi's misplaced trust in me, another Arai was lost and the mystery was never solved. Yeah. Another Arai was lost and the mystery was never solved. And as for me, it seemed that my punishment would be an eternal life empty and filled with regrets. I would think over and over again, if only I had listened to Naoki, if only I could turn back time. But despite all my power, that's the one thing I could never do. Oh. Hey, at least I got an ending. Game over though. Still, I got a bad ending with Takumi. Shit, oh fuck. Well, I kind of had a feeling. I kind of had a bad feeling. I should have listened to my guts, but then I was like, oh, but Takumi trusted me. God damn it, Takumi, but too much trust in me. I wonder if I should end it here and then we can pick it up in the next episode. And we can like fix it then. Okay, but anyways, whatever. It saves me the time to like go back and get the bad ending. But wow, my first bad ending ever, you guys, on my first run for a guy. Jesus, I knew I would fuck up. Oh, you know what? Oh. I feel bad. I'm guilty. I feel bad. I was like, I want to go to the next chapter. I want to end it off on the next chapter rather than at this bad ending. So let's just do that. See, this is why I'm so indecisive. I'm indecisive. I admit it. Maybe I should do the spell, yes. No, Now is right. If I mess up, it could be seriously bad. And with my magic going weird lately, yes. God. I think it's safer if Now does it. Naoki nods, but Takumi doesn't seem overly pleased with my decision. Well, too bad! You're gonna have to suck it up, because if I do it, you just end up dying. He turns to Nao immediately. First, I want to know, why the hell are you helping us? He's just curious, you know? He's a man of knowledge, so he just wants to find out what happened that day. I am simply curious as to what caused the coma. Yes, exactly what I said. Magical or medical or something else entirely. I have no other intentions than to find the truth. Takumi, please, let him do it. Yeah, you know what's been going on with me, my magic. I don't want to say it out loud. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to risk destroying your mind. Fine, yes, a wise decision, yes. However, I will need a few days to prepare the potion. Damn it! Taku, I don't know what you're doing here. But please stop, and don't go out and do anything crazy while Nao makes the potion. Please. This is so self-destructive of you. Stop. Taku doesn't meet my eyes, but he does give a faint nod. I will figure out a way to contact you once I will figure out a way to contact you once it's done. Alright. With no goodbyes, Nao takes his leave, walking out of the apartment. Let me know what happens and stay out of trouble in the meantime. Yes. Jinso nods to us and follows Nao out. With the two gone, Takumi and I are left all alone. There, okay, there we go. We were there. We're so close to chapter 10. I could have saved him, but I just like, you know what? Fuck it. Oh well, whatever. There, at least we know what happened if I tried to do it and I was too overconfident. That's what I get. Anyways, there you go. So we are on to chapter 10 now, Immortality's Trial. Oh my god, that what a roller coaster ride of like emotions. Like, just shit's so messed up. So fucked up, and people that you wouldn't expect to get involved is getting involved, and we get some like, oh my god, like secrets and lies and like, oh, corruption. Everything's just so dark. But anyways, I think one of you guys already commented on my last episode starting Takumi's route was that yes, his route is particularly dark and quote unquote the pain train, and I get it now. I'm starting to see it. Damn, okay, some heavy shit, guys. Okay, so anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. We could pick up from chapter 10 and find out and see what, well, who's that mysterious black-haired woman is. Like, everyone's like, all boils down to her. She's the missing link. She's the only missing link. But anyways, we also got the whole, like, corruption in the SSU to fix too. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen or when that's gonna take place. So yeah, okay. Anyways, tune in next time. Things are getting deep and dark. Jesus. So yeah, until then, bye.